Oh, that's right. I'm on StreamYard.
Smile.
Howdy, folks.
That's a weird smile, but okay. We smiling. We're supposed to be live, by the way. We are
Food
technically.
splatted all over my cabinets.
Wait, what?
Oh, wow. Everybody's here already.
I
Hello,
love my
everyone.
children. I love my children. I love my children.
Yay.
I love my children.
Hello, friends.
I am remembering
Far
the
and
love
wide.
I have for my children. You should see the front of my cabinets. It is black, brown and splatted all over.
Sorry.
I think not me did it again.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, whatever.
Not me. The most obsessively clean person in the
You
place.
know it was not me that did it.
Yes.
Okay. Hello, guys.
Friends.
All right, I'll just tell you right off the bat. I just spent 3 hours with my son driving my grandpa's Model A Ford, 10 miles, and just walked in the door. So if I am not with it on this show, you're just going to have to let it go.
Wasn't my fault.
Do we have any rice left? I was going to make rice and I forgot.
I believe so. I can
Okay.
go see.
If we do, grab the rice and salsa. Okay. All right. I don't even know what recipe I'm making.
She's
Okay.
making enchilada casserole.
I'm making enchilada casserole, Mexican lasagna. Okay, let me read my recipe here and see what I need to do.
rice.
Yeah, his phone number's text in Nan's text on my phone. Okay,
Well, I have his number.
and I need the salsa, Dave. Okay, sorry guys, I'm sorry.
She's back. She's
here.
back.
All right, enchilada casserole. Now, this recipe is something that you don't have to follow the directions, okay? This is one of those, it's not rocket science people recipes, okay? And so, you know what? Let's just get all fancy, shall we? Okay, so I got this cool cast iron skillet from my aunt, and she wants it back, so I'll use it one last time.
She wants it back. What?
It's okay. It's her favorite skillet. That's okay. She was moving.
Oh, because she's moving back.
She moved and she didn't need it, and now she's moving back and she wants it back again. So that's okay, but we'll just use it one last time here. All right.
That says I've made this and it is amazing. Yes.
Thank you.
Super flexible too.
I make it when I have something. I don't know. Okay. So I forgot to tell Mike, but I'm also making Mexican rice, Spanish rice, not
Yum.
Mexican rice, Spanish rice. And all I do for the Spanish rice, can you see amongst all this, Dave? I hope.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Well,
Okay, so all I do for the Spanish rice is take my rice.
I should have known.
What?
I was thinking, oh yeah, I should put the seasoned salt in there because she's going to use it. And then I didn't even think about the rice.
Oh, that's okay. I forgot to tell you. Okay, and then I just pour salsa over it. And then I add my seasoned salt. Now, you don't have to add more than that, but Mike likes cumin. I have post-traumatic cumin syndrome. We won't go into that, will we, dear?
If I called it comino, would you then be okay with it?
No.
No.
Nothing's going to stop that scourge. I hate to say it.
Gotcha.
Okay, so
It's an inside thing, guys.
there's my cumin. And Mike likes garlic, so I add a little extra garlic. And then if you want, you can add cilantro. You could dice up extra onions, green onions, whatever you want.
Ooh, I smell delish. It's the garlic I'm smelling.
But you don't have to. You can just put the salsa in the rice. And if you want cheese, I mean, that just usually works every time.
Under the median says, she has the same Kuman syndrome.
Oh, you don't even want to know my Kuman syndrome. It's bad.
Wow. Okay.
All we have to say is Grandma kill him, Dave. Does that explain it all? Okay. So then for your Spanish rice, we're putting on some I don't know. Whatever this stuff in the back is called. Jeez.
So Lynn asks, you keep your rice in Tupperware containers only when it's cooked.
Yeah, just when it's cooked.
This is already
is cooked rice, okay? So here's my Spanish rice right there, okay? So we got that in the oven. Now we're gonna do our Mexican lasagna or easy enchilada casserole, whatever you call it in your part of the area of the world or neighborhood. Now,
Oh,
yeah.
you didn't mention.
Whoa.
You didn't
my.
mention Joshua yet, right?
Is Josh on there?
No,
Joshua?
but Kimberly said she went to his YouTube channel to watch him make it.
Oh,
so you must have already mentioned it.
Oh, I mentioned it on Facebook for them. Okay, so we're going to do a shout out here just a minute when I'm done with the recipe of this cutest little kid. And since I have 3 boys, I know they're cute despite what they say. Okay, and then I've got my enchilada sauce, my beans.
Oh, that looks kind of falling.
And my more beans. Okay, so now I'm going to drain off my beans.
Your olive lid just fell through all the way.
My what?
The lid in the
the
lid in
beans.
black
Yes.
beans. I thought it was
Okay,
olives.
and there's the black beans. Now, you can use any tortillas you want. You can use flour, corn, whatever. I had corn tortillas yesterday, and they got eaten before I could warn everyone. Just leave it. Let them hear why I'm wanting to move, Dave.
So Leanne wanted to know, is this recipe in the gluten-free cookbook?
No, but it will be the next one. If I ever get around to
What about the
making
rice?
it done.
Is the rice in the gluten-free cookbook?
Yeah, the rice should be in the gluten-free cookbook. Okay, so you want to grease the bottom of your pan, which I already did, but here, just do it again. Okay. Now this. Oh, hello, Doris. We're going to do another shout out for Joshua here. All right.
When we get it together on our end.
When I get it together. Oh, my goodness. You got your tortilla. All right. Then, goodness, I'm just making a huge mess. Then you're going to take your enchilada sauce and you're going to put a layer of enchilada sauce. Okay. All right. Right there. And then you're going to put some beans and more beans. Okay, and then some seasoned salt. Uh-oh, I'm almost out of seasoned salt.
I was noticing that.
And then your hamburger. Now, this here is some hamburger that I got during COVID. Oh, I said the word. During that thing that was going around that I'm using up. And it's funny, this is grass-fed beef that I got because all the other beef was gone when that thing going around hit last year. And I went to the store to restock my freezer, and all they had left was grass-fed beef. And I will tell you, I cannot stand this stuff. So I'm trying to disguise it in as many recipes as possible, because I think grass-fed beef is absolutely disgusting. It tastes like eating rubber. I really don't know what the big to-do is about it. I'm sorry, all you grass-fed beef people out there, but oh my goodness, I see now why they started fattening up the cows with corn. Of course, you know, they started doing it because back in the 30s and 40s, they weren't getting enough and weight on the cattle. So they started giving them corn and found out the beef tasted better. Now I can see why. I have to say, I agree with them. Okay, now we got that and that. And then we got more of this rubber beef. Oh my goodness. Oops, am I going to have to make seasoned salt on the air?
So Marie was asking, what is the seasoned salt? And I'm sharing the recipe to the link.
So Mike's going to share the recipe, and it looks like I'm going to have to
or the link to the recipe, I guess.
do it. Okay. So there's regular salt. And the seasoned salt is in our Dining on a Dime Cookbook, Volume 1. And I will make some up here while we are on the air and while we're talking about Joshua's channel.
The link is in the description as well, if you would like to go find that.
All right, and I'm throwing in a little taco seasoning. Throw in what, oh, and I forgot my onion. Throw in whatever you guys want on this one, okay? This is just dump it all in. Now, honestly, Mike will be the only one who eats this. Maybe Ellie.
Here, I said that everybody likes it.
Well, Ellie and you, well, BJ might like it, but the boys, my family does not really like casseroles that much.
You mean your two
That's
youngest
because you don't usually
children?
make them.
That's because nobody eats them.
Hmm.
I stopped making them because nobody eats them. And I know it's all my fault. That's what I get for saying I would never have picky eaters for kids before I had kids. And then when I had kids, I got picky eaters, and it's just, I know it's all my fault. I get it. Okay. So there we go. Some onions. And then one more load right here.
Yum. Oops.
Get it all going around. There we go. Okay. That is looking delicious.
This is pretty flexible too. You can easily substitute all sorts of things.
Yeah, green chilies. You could do chicken with white cheese, Monterey Jack, whatever you want.
Yeah, Busy Lady says she would probably mix rotel with the beef.
You could do rotel. You could do, did I say green chilies? I think I said green chilies. You could do salsa instead of enchilada sauce. You could do chicken with barbecue sauce instead of enchilada sauce.
Well, we usually make it with corn tortillas, but today we were short of them and Tara just grabbed the flour.
Yeah, I happen to have flour. Okay. So now we got, look at that yummy goodness, guys. Oh my goodness, yum. Okay. So this is going in the oven. I mean, look, it took me 5 minutes. It would have taken me less time if I would have had my act together, but I did it. Now I'm going to make one more thing here that Mike didn't know about. My cake mix cookies.
Ooh, yum.
I was going to make this for the kids. Yes. Because who is the most awesome mother in the whole wide world? I
Jack,
hear
come here.
hesitation in the background. There should be no hesitation. Who has the best mother in the whole wide world? Who has the best mother in the whole wide world?
Dave and me.
See?
Dave.
Jack does not hesitate to say Dave has the best mom in the whole wide world.
Did I hear cookies?
Not anymore, because I'm not the best mom in the whole wide world.
What do you mean?
Dave?
Wait.
Dave said I'm not.
Wait.
Dave, you want him to tilt the camera up now?
You are the best
Oh,
one.
Yeah, well, I asked.
I am the best mom.
Do you have
Yeah.
the camera up?
Oh,
Yes, you are.
Okay,
Okay,
wait. Now
well-
you have to say it to the camera.
Here, say it to the camera.
Who
I
has
thought,
the best mom in the whole wide world? Oh, thanks.
I thought Mom was cooking something else.
I am.
Oh, okay. So go back.
Okay. Now, the last thing I'm going to make is my cake mix brownies. Now, I got this cake mix right
You said
here.
cookies a minute ago.
Or, I mean, cookies. I got these for 15 cents. And I got 84 packages of them. And it is springtime, so I thought I would do the festive green color. Okay? All right, so what you want to do is you want to put in your cake mix and your 2 eggs, just like so. And then your oil. Well, how did I manage to get the right? Now, I store my oil in an old pancake syrup thing because I keep it in my baking cabinet and it fits easier than that big old bottle of oil.
Michelle says 15 cents question.
So, yes, I paid 15 cents for this cake mix after Christmas. They were on clearance and I got 84 of them. I did a video on it and they were a good deal. Okay, so it's just the cake mix and the eggs and oil, and we're mixing them all up right here. See how we're getting them all mixed up?
Let's see. Did I share the cake mix
Cookies.
cookies post alone or the one
Yeah.
with everything? Right? The
With
cake mix
everything.
is good, yeah.
Well, yeah. Okay. And there. Oops, and I forgot. Well, yeah, I better. I'm high altitude. And so, because I'm high altitude, I always have to add a little bit of extra flour in all of my baked goods. So, I mean, it works most of the time. But I noticed with these cookies and with this particular cake mix, I need to add just that extra little bit of flour and it works better. Okay. Excuse me. All right. Now I'm going to make these crinkle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my powdered sugar in there. You love powdered sugar, Dave?
No, I said that's a lot.
Oh, that's a lot of powdered sugar.
I mean, it is good, but
Yes. All right. Then what you're going to do is you're just going to take little, these are going to be the crinkle cookies. So you're just going to take little rounds and dip them in the powdered sugar and just get them all powder sugaried. That's a word, you know, powder sugaried. Right, Dave? You're going to be a high school graduate this year. Isn't that a word, powder sugaried?
nope.
I think it is.
Nope.
Aren't those pretty for springtime? So everyone can see how festive we are. Are we festive?
We are. Wait, why are we festive?
Because it's spring.
Ah, yes.
All right. And then we're just going to bake these at 350 degrees, but I'm going to have to get my oven rack that's still sitting outside and put it in the oven. Can you see if it has the silicone off of it, Dave?
What else seems so? Wait, where?
Right there in front of you.
Oh, here. What do you mean silicone off of it?
Is all the silicone off of it?
No, it's still white.
Wheel. Okay.
You're still cleaning that mess up?
I'm still cleaning my oven mess up. I am. Okay. Here. Just set it right there, right there.
Well, just remember forever, take out the silicone thingies.
Well, I will probably not remember, but you know.
Did you put oil in something? Somebody
cookies?
asked how much oil. Oh. I shared the recipe.
Is in the link. Michael put the recipe in there.
I'm sharing the recipe again here. And it is, let's see, I'll go put it in the description on YouTube. And if you can't find you can't find any one of the links that we've shared, you can also go to livingonadime.com and under videos in the menu, click show notes.
Okay. So now, in literally 15 minutes, I got a side dish, I got the main dish and I got dessert all done in 15 minutes.
What?
I mean,
What kind of witchcraft is that?
that's pretty quick. When we say our recipes are quick and easy, I ain't joking around. Honestly, I don't like spending a lot of time in the kitchen. I like cooking, sort of. Well, kind of. But I don't have the energy to spend a lot of time in the kitchen. And so I don't, because I'm tired. And that's why.
Oh,
All right.
Debbie gave a $5 super sticker, which I guess is a super chat with a
Aw,
funny, a funny little thing on it.
thank you, Debbie. All of our
Thank you,
super
Debbie.
chats goes to pay for Bibles. We pay for those out of our own pocket and any donations that we get. So thank you, Debbie. We'll put that towards Bibles. All right. We have a shout out.
Woo!
So
Let me grab that link.
Doris emailed me. And my computer's in there, or I would read the email. But she wrote the nicest email. Thank you so much. I will admit, I was having a why are we doing this day? Because these people do not want to listen. If you want to wait 15 minutes, they'll be done.
Cookies?
Yes.
Not cookies.
Huh?
Not cookies.
They're just regular, like, sugar cookies.
Just confirming. There's no problem with all that being in there together at the same time. Okay, good.
Save me a couple, but I'll go so I can get that.
Save you a couple? Okay. And she sent me the nicest email when I was editing my brains out. And I was thinking, I'm not doing this another day. Forget it. I'm done. I quit. And I got her email. So you know it was sent from God. I'm not kidding. I was sitting there thinking, I just am not going to do this anymore. And she sent the nicest email saying how we've really helped them with their money and their immigrants here. And they got their act together, which is great. But her son, Joshua, started a YouTube channel. And one of the first videos he's done is using a recipe from our Dining on a Dime cookbook.
It was awesome, Joshua.
Volume 1. It's now in the video. If you watch the video. Okay. So guys, first of all, go help out Joshua. Open up that link, and after our show is done, go and watch him and give him a thumbs up and subscribe. He's the cutest little guy.
I just shared the link, and if you can't find it, it's also in the show notes and in the description.
Now, he used the recipe out of one of our old editions of the book, so it doesn't look like this, but it is the volume 1, and he made I think it was the Sinful Double Chocolate Cake in there.
I love that cake.
It's super yummy. It is super, super yummy. And he did the best job. He made a birthday cake for his brother. So thank you, Joshua, for using our cookbook. We appreciate it. And
Yes,
you
thank
did a great job. You did a really, really good job. I absolutely loved it. Mom loved it too. She watched it too.
Did she say 5:30 or 5?
5:30.
Julie
So-
says, "Isn't it terrific to get messages that lift you up? We need to do more to be kind to others."
Well, yeah, guys, do that to the YouTubers that you like, because, you'll hear YouTubers talking about the trolls. You have no idea how bad it is. It's bad. And I mean, it's really bad. I have a list. I can't even imagine what kind of stuff we would get. I have a list of over 800 words that are blocked on our website, on our YouTube channel from trolls. And we still, every day, I'm not kidding, between me and my assistant, we probably delete no less than 30 or so nasty comments or comments about stuff like investing, that people are trying to scam people and that kind of thing, trying to scam people with financial things and all of that. So you guys go leave Joshua. Let's see it. Chef Joshua Talks Food. Is that what it is? I think. Did I remember it right? I think it's Chef.
I think it's I thought it was just Joshua Talks Food.
Joshua Talks Food. Joshua Talks Food. Sorry. It's Joshua Talks Food. Mike's putting the link in there.
So I watched some of it earlier. I didn't watch to the very end though, and I was wondering, how'd your brother like the cake?
The end. You gotta watch.
I have to watch the end. Okay, never mind. Don't tell us. I'll have to go watch it.
You gotta watch the whole thing. Give him that watch time. He needs the watch time.
Well, I have to go back later, and then it'll say 1.5 views.
That's even better. Yeah, and if you guys want to help out your YouTubers, playing their videos all the way through to the very end helps YouTubers on YouTube when you play their videos to the very end. So I watched Joshua's all the way to the end twice for him. So he got double credit for me.
There is a taste test at the end.
There is a taste
Woo,
test.
that's what I was wondering.
He was so nice. He even let his brother taste it before his birthday.
What?
I know. I don't think my boys love each other that much that they would let them taste. They might make the cake, but I don't know if they would let them taste it before their birthday.
Joan says she watches the closed captioning while we're talking, and the captioning says the book is dying on a dime. All right. Some days it feels like that, right?
Dying on a dime, guys.
Here's Joshua.
Oh, there he is. Joshua Talks
Food.
Food. There
Yes.
you go. Sorry. I love your little chef hat there. That is so cute. Dave had one of those that he wore for a couple of our videos when he was on camera. Well, man, that was like 5 years ago now.
I think it's awesome that you're doing a channel like that.
That's
Joshua.
pretty good. Yes. So, guys, go support Joshua. Help him get his channel going. Subscribe and do comment and thumbs up for him, please. He's a great kid. Also, one other thing I wanted to say, or actually a couple of things. We got mail like several weeks ago, and I am so incredibly sorry. I forgot to mention it, but we got a beautiful card from Barb and a nice little treat in there for us.
Ooh,
thank you very much, Barbara. We appreciate it.
Oh, yes. I remember now.
Wendy's gift card. Thank you. You know, Wendy's is our treat after church that we do. And then I got Marlene's letter. I don't know if I mentioned Marlene's letter, but I got yours, Marlene. And I also got, Kim made the cutest little things. She made us these cute little pocket prayer quilts. This pocket prayer quilt was made especially for you to slip into your pocket throughout the day. When your fingers touch the cross inside the quilt, be mindful of God's love and grace for you. Keep it as a tangible symbol of God's peace. That is so nice. Thank you so much. And she sent this. I'm sorry. You sent this a long time. Oh, they didn't stamp the stamp. We could reuse it. She didn't put a date, but it's been a long time, and I am so sorry, Kim, for not mentioning that I got this, but I got it, and I absolutely love it. And then I got one more card from, oh, no, this was Marlene's card right here. Yep, Marlene's card. So, yes.
I was going to tell you, we had two other people, Marie and Sandalphone 9, I think. Both super chatted, so
thank you.
Marie was $5 and Sandalphone was $20, and she says thank you so much for what you do. So
thank you. At the last month, we have sent out more Bibles than we have cookbooks.
Yep.
So thank you. And we've got them going all over the place. We've got them going to, well, we've got them attempted to go to Ghana. Ghana is being a real pain in the tushy, so we're having to do some interesting finagling to try and get that figured out.
Yeah, hopefully we're there.
Did you get it figured out finally?
Well, I emailed the lady in the country, but not the person who's receiving the Bible, but I emailed the lady at the company. I tried to work with the company in the country to send it, but it's a little difficult getting that done. So we're working on that. But there's one also from the Philippines, and I was thinking I might have to call them.
Yeah, the
I might have to call the
Philippines,
store
and Canada. So you guys, we are sending them out all over. Thank you so much for helping us with that. We really appreciate it.
So Joshua Talks Food says, thank you guys.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Keep us updated. I'll be watching.
Yeah, if you guys missed that, I'll share the link again here. I would say go over and watch Joshua's cake video here and maybe some of the other videos. All right, cool.
And also, for those of you waiting, oh dear, I think a video went live and I forgot to add the recipe. Oops. Okay, well, here's the thing. I got my easy gluten-free recipes YouTube channel up.
Woo.
I think the video that went out today, I forgot to add the recipe, so we'll have to do that. But
I think I added the recipe.
You did add the recipe?
Because I noticed it wasn't there.
Oh, thank you. Okay. So I finally got it started. Actually, I'm getting kind of excited about doing these recipe channels again.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm thinking we're going to start heading more towards recipes. So if you guys want gluten-free recipes, I have started that channel. If you want 5 ingredient recipes or less, I started that channel. We have that up and going. So 5 ingredients is a channel. Gluten-free recipes, easy gluten-free recipes is a channel. Mike's channel is Christian ABCs.
Yep.
He'll put the link in there. Your videos are doing really good.
Yeah, I think so.
You got like 1,200 on your last thing.
Woo, yay.
They like you.
Yeah, actually, I did a live one on Easter and was thinking about doing more of them live because shooting and editing them takes longer than just doing it live. So I have one that's already shot and I'm going to edit, but I was thinking about doing them live after that. So, and that would give everybody a chance to interact as well. The one I did on Easter was a lot longer than I intended, but the normal ones wouldn't be that long. So
yeah,
that would give a lot more opportunity for questions and stuff.
Sorry, guys, I had to help Dave. We went to the dentist again this morning and she had a sleep test and it's a 45-minute drive each way to the dentist and we forgot the stinking sleep test. So thankfully her hygienist lives in a town just beyond our town. And so he's got to go meet the hygienist at the highway to give her the sleep test back.
Let's see.
Yeah.
We find the gluten-free channel. I didn't have that one on the list here. So brand new that it wasn't even on here.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Oh my.
I need to go put that on the...
We're going to have to get an editor. We need to find somebody to start doing video editing. I am just up to my eyeballs in video editing. And Mike has his, well, he's up to his eyeballs with a website meltdown that we're kind of having at the moment. And so we need to find, okay, if anybody edits videos, send me some samples and your prices. We found one person, but they were so outrageous. I'm like, I can't afford that.
Well, the problem is, that
we're not making enough money that it's worth.
What is a sleep test?
What is a sleep test?
Yeah.
A sleep test is where to see if you stop breathing at night. And so some people like me have their tongue fall back into their throat at night and they stop breathing and they wake up several times in the night. Or I'll wake up gasping in the night. And so they did a sleep test on me, although they said I was fine and I know I'm not fine, but they did one on Dave.
There's also other sleep stuff too.
Yeah. And then they test your oxygen level to see if you're breathing correctly at night. And so they were testing Dave. I don't know, guys. Pray for us, please. We've spent like $15,000 on dental in the last 2 years for us. And like 80% of that was on Dave. And now she's saying it's going to be another $8,000. And we're like, I
do some checking to see.
I about had a breakdown when I heard that because I was like, you've got to be kidding me. So I don't know. I hope that there's a much cheaper solution. And here's the thing. I think Jesus is going to be coming anytime soon. So
well, why not just spend all the money?
Why should we spend all that money getting his mouth fixed if we're going to be gone in a year or two? I I love you, Dave, and you're worth it. But if we're going to be gone.
We got a $100 super chat from ER.
What? Oh, thank you. Let's get those Bibles out to the masses. Thank you.
Wow.
That is so nice.
Actually, what I thought was kind of interesting about it is that we've started getting requests from them from hard to reach places in the world. And I'm finding that to be pretty exciting.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit of a challenge because some of them are easier than you might think if you're in the United States, like the UK and Germany, easy. Africa, we've had some difficulty getting some there. India, I've had one lady who she's been waiting a long time. And
Like 2 months.
Finally sent a different one because I'm not sure on the first one. But it's kind of interesting to see how it's a really big learning experience to see them, but it's also really exciting. And some people have talked about a group called Bibles Behind Walls. I am not familiar with it, but we'll have to go check it out. Yeah, our pastor is.
There's the, it didn't work quite as well with the green ones, but normally the powdered sugar looks all crinkly.
Yeah, Carol says you won't need the money when Jesus comes, so fix his teeth.
It's true.
The one thing we do want to do, because when somebody gets excited about something and says, "Oh yeah, here it is," it's going to be way more expensive than anything else we've ever done in that realm. We always think, okay, we need to just do some due diligence and see what exactly she's recommending, and what does that mean? So, but we would fix them if it needs to be fixed for sure.
Yeah, I mean, don't sit there and email me and gossip about me and say how I'm not going to fix my son's teeth. I am going to fix my son's teeth. I'm just saying.
Well, the thing on the situation here is it's not actually teeth. It's
a mouth issue.
Other recommendations that
It's like a jaw.
it's
Yeah,
unclear.
It's his jaw.
It's unclear. It probably is something that we will need to do, but we're just unclear about it because apparently it's something that has only been recently discovered as potentially the cause of other issues. So we want to kind of do some research and make sure that looks like that it's actually going to make a difference.
And I had a Facebook post come up today. 7 years ago, I posted on Facebook after waiting 3 months going to the doctor. The doctor looked at me and said, "Well, some people we just can't help." That was after spending literally tens of thousands of dollars.
I did want to clarify. She said it would possibly be like a multi-month thing, which is why it's so expensive.
Yeah, she said it would be like a 12 to 18 month treatment for him, which could cause problems if we're moving, because then if we happen to find a house and we have to make a 5-hour drive every month down here to do all that. It's like,
and somebody was asking about dental insurance. So we are self-employed, and we were looking at dental insurance, and it's funny because it was actually cheaper for us to pay cash.
Yeah.
Because we were looking at the dental insurance, and there's a certain amount of money per month, and then there's a certain amount of money. It only covers a certain amount per incident, and then there's a certain deductible. And we realized we did a whole bunch of calculations, and there was no scenario we could figure out that would be cheaper than just paying cash.
Yeah.
So right now that's what we're doing, but thankfully God has provided. In the past, when we needed to have that work done, it hasn't been an issue. So, but at the same time, we feel like we want to be responsible and make sure we're not just throwing a bunch of money at something because one person told us. So
I mean, because 5 years ago, go to GoFundMe and get out.
Did it keep us?
Yeah, how did you find it?
I just typed in out of Goshen. Oh, okay. Michael put the gluten-free channel up here just a minute.
It's also in the description below if you want to look before I get there.
And our other son, we spent close to $30,000. Well, that was between him and me that year. But one year we spent in 18 months, it was about 18 months worth. We spent $30,000 between him and me, and neither one of us were feeling better. Our son was having some issues, and neither one of us figured it out. And we were like, okay, it's about time doctors stopped practicing and actually started knowing what they were doing. Good grief. All right. One other thing, guys, our friends out of Goshen. So I don't know if you heard about this, but our friends out of Goshen, we love Eric and Ashley.
They're awesome.
They are awesome.
A lot of you probably know them.
So he is a retired Army vet. So for no other reason, do it just for that fact that he has helped fight for our country. But they had a really bad windstorm about 6 months ago that was like a mini tornado hit their property. It was massive. It blew down, I don't know how many trees. They had a big old mess. Totally ruined their decks, and their decks are really high up because they have a dome house kind of built on the side of a hill. And it ruined part of their roof. Well, the insurance only covered part of the roof, and they still need $28,000 to finish the roof. And it's so expensive because it's a dome, because their house is a dome. So they have set up a GoFundMe, guys. If you feel led to help them, they are really good people. They're not going to squander the money. I can vouch for them. And I have seen the mess that they had. We felt so bad for them. We were going to try and go out and help them clean up, but something happened. I can't remember. Something was happening when we were going to go try and help them clean up. But
although it turns out they bought a dome house, and apparently it's really difficult to find anyone to work on a dome roof.
Yeah.
And we've done roofs before, and I was thinking, oh, it'd be great to go help them with that. But I had a knee surgery last fall.
Yeah, well, that's what it was. We had a wedding, and Mike had knee surgery, and so that's
we were thinking,
that's what it was. I remember now. Yeah.
Although I'm not really sure. I've done a number of roofs over the years, but I don't know how you would do a dome roof. So I'm sure we could figure it out, but unfortunately, I think they're going to have it done. So. And
they've had the hardest time just getting roofers out there. They won't even show up. They'll make appointments and they won't even show up. So they finally got a roofer out there, and he said he would do it, but it's $28,000. Guys, that is a huge chunk of change. And so they have set up a GoFundMe to help with that. Oh my goodness, if every person just gave $1, that would just totally take care of it all. So
thank you, Amanda. Amanda says she'll be praying for a decision on the dental thing that's best for the family.
Yes. Well, it's not that I'm not going to fix my kid's teeth. My Dave is worth it. I almost died giving birth to my Dave, and he is worth it.
Aren't they awesome?
Yes.
Looking at a picture here out of Goshen, our friends.
But we just don't want to do unnecessary work. I mean, make sure the work is actually necessary, I guess, is what we're thinking. So
this is their family, the out of Goshen, the Wormsleys that live in the dome house. Yeah. So I think probably a lot of you who were with us back in the days when we were with Homestead Network and all probably know who they are. So anyway, we just thought we'd spread the word on that because they're dear friends of ours. And actually, if you've been here for a while, I think about 2 years ago, they were on a road trip all over the place. And they drove an extra day or day and a half and just showed up here while we were live on the show.
Yeah.
And I think they even, I don't remember how it was, but somehow they were able to just come in.
We left the front door open.
We left it open.
Yeah.
So they just snuck in without us knowing. So we got the most priceless reaction to them being here from Tara, because we saw them and it was kind of strange, like, when you're not expecting somebody to come and they're from out of state and then suddenly they're right in front of you. And then they drove all night from Michigan to get here to be on the show. So we did a talking show that day, and then we ended up making
latkes with us. Yeah.
Out in the backyard the next day. And it was an awesome, unexpected visit from them.
So we love Eric and Ashley. They're great. They have a great channel. They do not really homesteading, but kind of homesteading and traveling and that kind of thing.
Gotcha.
So.
Hey, Jack. Did he say how what the cookies were?
They were delicious.
Turid is on. Hi, Turid.
Hello, Turid.
I was just thinking the other day how much fun it was being in Norway.
Yes, we loved Norway, didn't we?
So how are the cookies? We had someone ask.
I got them too brown because I put them on the bottom
They're very
shelf.
good.
Yum. Man, I don't know why, but for some reason it sounds good to me.
Normally they don't get brown on the bottom. Normally they're just all the same color, but I put it on the bottom shelf. I forgot. I wasn't thinking. My oven burns on the bottom when I put it on the bottom shelf, but they're semi-crunchy and semi-chewy.
I think they're perfect like this. Mike is a little more brown, crunchy kind of person.
Yes. Yes, he likes it.
Did you require me?
No, just
That's
to
your
see how the
10-minute
cookies
warning,
work.
Dave.
Can you hand me a plate, please?
All right,
Yeah, actually, it's funny on the roofing. Oh, probably 20 years ago, we had some neighbors that were doing a roof, and I think one of them asked if I would help. So I helped them, and then Tara's brother had been a professional roofer, and so he kind of helped us all figure out how to do it. Then after that, we ended up doing our roof, and we did roof for some other family members, and it was a lot easier than I thought, except that, if you have, I think right now, Tara would have a cow if I got on the roof after that knee stuff. But sometimes it's tempting because the amount of hassle in trying to figure out how to have it done is greater than the amount of hassle to do it.
What dost thou thinkest?
Oh,
Oh, hot.
I'm trying to process the flour tortillas. It's good.
Did I do good?
Yeah. It's a slightly different kind of taste and texture than with corn tortillas. But this recipe is super versatile because, like I said, we didn't have the corn tortillas today, and so Tara made it with flour. But also, did you end up putting the black beans in?
Yep.
Well, and the pinto beans.
Yep.
So
I just did a combo.
the official recipe calls for pinto beans, but you can put black beans or probably any other kind of beans, I imagine.
Yep. You can put anything you want in there.
And yeah, and it called for green onions, and we didn't have any green onions, so we put a white onion in.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really versatile, and I love it.
All right, guys, here's the jasmine soap I made last week. I also have some shampoo bars that are ready. Ellie does not have the shampoo bars listed on the website yet, so gomillgifts.com, check it out. If I get this done, I'm going to check and see if the shampoo bars are ready to be cut in just a second. But there's the jasmine.
Lisette said I added jalapenos to make it spicy, and it was great.
Yeah, that
That's
would be
awesome.
good. That would be yummy.
Amelia says, I'm 58 and afraid of heights. I have no choice but to reshingle my own roof. You could ask. I don't know if you have a church or whatever, but you might ask if somebody would help you with that. And because I know
some churches have ministries where the men go and help.
Particularly people that have trouble doing it themselves, or like you said, you're afraid of heights. That's not a good combination with being on the roof.
Yeah.
What I found when we first needed to do it, I think we were trying to pay off debt, and we had an insurance settlement for hail or something.
Mm-hmm.
And we asked them, well, can we do it ourselves? And they said, well, if you have somebody do it, we'll pay them, and we'll pay extra at the end. But if you want to do it, we'll pay you, but you won't get the extra payment at the end. But it was still ended up that I did the
still
roof.
a way better deal for us to do it. Yeah.
I did it with BJ and one of the neighbor kids, and after we paid all the expenses, we saved like $5,000 doing 2 days.
Yeah, but you
worth
got
of work.
$5,000 worth of work out of that.
Oh, it was hard work. I'm not
Can you hand me that
gonna
silver
lie.
For what?
But at the time, Michelle says don't forget to give me the rice. Is it
Oh
done
yeah,
yet?
I forgot the rice.
Everyone wants to see the reaction. ER says, Doris, right?
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing the link with a family in need. We as Christians need to help one another. I hope and pray they reach their goal soon. Our family gave, so I encourage others to give. Yes.
Aw,
Thank you very
thanks.
much. Yeah, we were trying to figure out other ways to help them on our end. Ooh.
Eric and Ashley are great. We love them.
Yeah, they're really.
There are buds. There are buds.
You had heard about them, and I didn't know who they were yet, but when we went to a conference about
3 years,
3 years
ago.
ago,
I know. Can you believe it's been 3 years?
in this state park in Mississippi, we met them. And the funny thing is, that was one of our first remote live streams. But we live streamed.
It was with
around
Goshen and Anderson, or
Alderman Farms, and we
That's right.
live streamed from a state park in the woods in Mississippi, and
Yep.
the fact that we were able to get a signal was amazing.
That was
It was fun.
cool.
It was kind of around the campfire, and
Yep.
was it talking and wasn't there singing and
Yeah,
stuff
and we
involved
sang
too?
and stuff. Okay, guys, here's the shampoo bars right here. Ellie doesn't have them listed,
And this rice
but
is really
she
good.
will get them listed. She doesn't know it. Huh? She will list it tonight. She just walked in the door from her other job. Is that good?
Yum.
Ooh,
Also, I'm doing $25 or more. Get 25%.
tell him in the microphone right here. Hold on, she's got an announcement, guy. Goatmealgifts.com.
They can't hear.
Can they hear me from? Oh wait, hold on.
You have to talk.
Just a second. She's got an announcement.
Hello everyone. This is Ellie from Go Milk Gifts speaking. So we have a sale right. Oh, thank you, David. We have a sale going on right now. That is, if you spend $25 or more, you get 25% off your order. So if you would like to do that, it's goatmilkgifts.com. $25 or more, get 25% off, and it's automatic, so it's just applied.
It's just applied.
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't need a coupon code.
Yeah.
And that includes the goat milk creams.
That
It includes the
goat
creams.
milk creams.
Creams
everything.
and soaps. So here's the goat milk shampoo bar that will be listed tonight. She didn't
Oh.
get it listed yet.
Maybe go share a link for Ellie's channel
Oh,
here.
I
Or
forgot
Ellie's
to warn her I was
goat
making
milk
them.
thing.
And the shipping is fixed for like 2 days. I had the shipping as like 1 bar of soap was like 5 pounds instead of 5 ounces. So that was a little bit of an issue, but if you had a problem with that, it's fixed now.
All right, so just to make sure everybody got that, she accidentally marked 1 bar of soap as 5 pounds instead of 5 ounces. So the shipping was like $60 for 1 bar of soap. She got it fixed if you were having an issue with that. And thank you. One of our regulars pointed that out. And so one gal, she orders from us all the time, or from Ellie all the time. And she's like, I think the shipping's a little off here.
Julie asked, Tara, what variety of tomatoes to plant do you recommend to plant to use for making salsa?
Roma.
Roma, okay.
Yeah.
And it's funny,
Yeah, I would do Roma.
it's funny, of course, I'm not a tomato connoisseur, but Tara asked me to get some tomatoes for her the other day, and I can't remember what the price was, but they had the kind
My
of
phone.
the big like beefsteak tomatoes, and they were frightfully expensive, and they were kind of pinkish white. And
Yeah.
I'd looked, and the Roma tomatoes were half the price, and they were also not really super in season. But what I said at the time is maybe we should mention to people that if you like tomatoes, if you look at the price on them, sometimes is there a lot of difference in the flavor between the Roma and the others to you? We like the Roma, so
because I use them for cooking mostly. I don't use them in salads really. I mean, for me, the store tomatoes just all taste the same because they're store tomatoes. I mean, there's really just nothing that tastes as good as a homegrown tomato. So to me, all the store tomatoes taste the same, but
so what I would recommend is if you're buying something like tomatoes that are potentially really expensive, really carefully look at the price, because I thought, I ended up buying the same weight of Roma tomatoes as the other tomatoes and spent half the price, and I just felt kind of brilliant about that. So well, I tend to look at those things and discover, like sometimes I'll see, what was it? There was one time where I saw something at the store that was like 15 cents instead of $5 each or something, and I ended up buying like all of them.
Oh, that was the banana chips and almonds and
Oh, that's
chocolate
right.
covered almonds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he got chocolate covered almonds. They were clearancing, and they had little bags of like, I don't know, 6 ounces or something. And, well, it couldn't have been that much, probably 3 ounces of chocolate covered almonds for 15 cents, and he bought out everything they had.
Denise is wondering what's the name of the family you visited with. They had 5 boys.
Oh, sounds like rain.
Oh, yeah.
REIGN, like he's raining, like God is raining.
Mm-hmm.
Their channel has gone crazy. She does singing. He does the music, and he sings with her sometimes. But we love them too. They were really nice.
Kathy wants to know, is the shampoo bar good for fine hair?
Yeah.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
whoops. Cat Lover's on.
Yeah.
And Cat Lover said, Ellie's new job, radio DJ. Great voice, Ellie.
Oh
Oh.
my word. Wait. You guys, okay, here's the story, okay? So every day when I go to work, I listen to Cozy 101.1, which is like a Denver channel. But I like always practice my radio voice.
You practice your radio voice?
Yeah, I like mimic what they say and try. It makes me feel cool, okay? So, that's why I do it.
Not judging. I love the sound of your voice to your daughter.
Oh yeah, Tiny Notes from Home sounds like Rain's, Bracken and Lindsay's other channel. They have two channels. One's singing, Sounds Like Rain is their music channel, and then Tiny Notes from Home is their family vlog. So
Torrid says they're having snowstorms now.
wow. Oh my. I want to go somewhere now. I don't know where we should go, but I feel like going somewhere. Where should we go, guys? I want to go someplace. I don't know. Just want to get out. Go do.
Well, we do have some friends that have been asking for us to come.
Well, that's true, but it's May in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, May in Mississippi is as bad as July in Mississippi, according to me. But I don't know. I was hoping we would have found a house by now, but we didn't. So that's all right. We'll keep going.
Ooh, Cheryl says, love the pie crust recipe. Yeah,
thank
actually, did you share it recently?
No.
Yeah, if you go to our website, livingondime.com, and click pie recipe or pie crust,
Pie crust.
it's Jill's recipe, right? Tara's mom's recipe, and it is the best pie crust ever.
You will never have a better pie crust
and
ever.
it's not real hard to make, right?
Mm-mm.
Because your mom wouldn't make it if it was real hard to make. Not
You
that you
will
can't,
never have a
mother-in-law.
better one. Mm-mm. Yeah.
Oh, yes,
Mhm.
Denise says go see Eric and Ashley and meet their new daughter. We should do that.
Oh, she's a cute baby. Yeah, and that's
Then I would be
another
tempted
thing.
to get on the roof.
Abbott Goshen needs to do this, but they just had another baby 2 weeks ago. And so, yeah, they got slammed. She was going to have the baby at home, but then they had to go to the birthplace. So now they got to pay for that too. And so I just felt bad for him having to do all that. But
Well, it's good to see you on Facebook, Stacy. Although I looked on YouTube and I hit refresh and it seems to be okay. So hopefully it is. Doris.
I didn't know you had a use. Okay.
So ER is Doris's husband. So we need to find out what. ER's
Who's
name is.
Joshua's mom? That's Joshua's
Yeah, I knew
parents.
Doris was
Oh.
Joshua's mom. I didn't know who.
So
who
hers
Joshua's
is
dad
Fab
was,
Chick Modest.
so.
All right, guys, go check out Doris's channel, Fab Chick Modest.
I should go find it.
That's
Throw a
funny.
link in there.
Did everybody have a good Easter? We had a good Easter. We
Non-traditional.
barbecued for Easter.
It was
That was
really a
good.
good experience. Yeah.
We didn't. Ooh, she's just starting out too.
Oh wow!
Wow,
I
you
love your pictures, Doris.
Mike loves bright colors, so he loves your shirt there. That's funny.
Let's see. I'm gonna grab the channel here.
This will be ready in a week. You can ship it out in a week. She's going to put these. Are you going to put them on now?
Yeah.
Okay,
So-
she's going to list the shampoo bars. She didn't know I was making them today, guys. So
Guys, I should have said something like check out. I just shared the link for Fab Chick Modest. That's Joshua from Joshua Talks Food. That's his mom, and it looks really like she has a cool channel too. So, and I'll probably share that link again here in a minute. But
Hawaii, we should go to Hawaii, but Hawaii is not letting anybody in.
well, they might be now. Mike was there a couple weeks ago, and now he's back.
Oh, Pastor JD was saying something about they were having to do a 2-week quarantine or something. Maybe that was something different. Ah, thanks, Ellie. You just got a sale from Debbie.
Oh, well, thank you. I just got the notification.
Yay!
Yeah, guys, go check out Doris's site, Fab Chick Modest. That's pretty
Here,
good.
let me share again here. Wow, I need to put these links. I think I've already put Joshua's link in the show notes. If you guys want to go over there to livingonadime.com under videos and click show notes, you can find it. And I'm going to add her link as well.
So we barbecued
I've got
for
a lot of links
Easter.
on that page. So
Yeah, we have a lot of links today.
Show out. I'm trying to make it visible here.
We went to church Easter morning. We didn't do the sunrise service. We should have. We've never done a sunrise service. We should. See, we should do a sunrise service. Then we know what Mary felt like in the morning.
Yeah.
But when you think about it.
You mean when she came and thought she saw the gardener?
Yes. Why was she up so early? Did they just get up that early? I don't know. That's a good question.
Probably, but didn't it say she was bringing spices and I can't remember.
Yeah, she was. She was bringing spices for the body, but the body was gone.
All right.
Lizette says Hawaii requires you to have a vaccine before you go. Yeah, well, see, I won't be going to Hawaii. That's so sad. Did you guys see that preacher? Oh, I had to take it off my Facebook page because everybody was just getting so nasty, but I was so proud of that preacher in Canada. Oh, he just let him have it.
Let's see. Iceland. Oh, wow.
I would love to go to Iceland. Yeah, I think that would be fun.
It's funny because actually right now, I think on this day, yesterday, 4 years ago, Ellie and I went to Ireland and England and Scotland for the first time. And at that time, we considered buying a flight on Iceland Air because they would let you stop over in Iceland for a couple days and then take the rest of your flight after that.
Yeah.
But in the end, we didn't think we would have time. But that's definitely on the list of places we'd love to go. Also,
here's the violet soap. Somebody was asking about that. And here we have just a couple of gun soaps left. I only have a couple of gun soaps, like 3 gun soaps left. And then we have the regular goat milk soaps. And then we have peach is what Ellie has in stock. She's got a few more in stock too, but just so you guys can see.
Patricia says Florida. We have a friend in Florida who is trying to get us to come, but I think Tara,
they have alligators.
Well, she has heat and humidity issues, so I think
I also have alligator issues.
So I think the best time for us to go to Florida would be January or February.
Do they not have alligators in January or February?
I have to wonder if the alligators, I don't really know, but since they're reptiles and they're cold-blooded. Oh, well, I was going to say maybe they would.
I think they have alligators.
They probably don't hibernate because it's like 50 degrees in the winter there.
Yeah.
I forgot. Actually, that's cool. LMR, yes, we've done the Iceland layover twice. Wow, that's cool. Yeah, I have a friend that was from Iceland, and he told me it was pretty awesome.
Somebody said, was Ireland and Scotland pretty? Yes. Ireland and Scotland was gorgeous. It was absolutely gorgeous. I think Ireland was my favorite, but it rained the whole time, and I love rain. And we don't have hardly any rain here in Colorado. Are the shampoo bars listed now? Not yet? Oh, grapeseed, coconut, olive, and goat milk.
Becky is asking, do the shampoo bars give a good lather when used?
Yes, they do.
Oh, okay.
Grapeseed, coconut, and olive. Sodium hydroxide.
As I'm looking, I'm sharing
milk.
A couple recipes, like the recipe for today's recipe and stuff like that. But if for some reason you miss any of these, you can go to livingonadime.com, and under the video tab, you can click show notes, and all the links for today are in there, including Joshua Talks Food, which you need to go see his video where he's making chocolate cake from Living on a Dime. Yeah, he was really awesome. And his mom, Fab Chic, is it Fab Chic Modest or Fab Chic Modest?
I have no idea.
I think it's Fab Chic Modest.
Oh, maybe it is chic.
Yeah.
Chic sounds chic, so maybe it is.
Yeah. Ooh, Julie says, I made your cinnamon rolls recipe for Easter, and they were a huge hit. That was one of the first 2 recipes that you made for me, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Julie wants to know, what are our thoughts on the vaccine? Is it okay to ask? Well, first of all, I don't care if you ask. You won't be seeing me take it. Now, here's the thing. I'm not belittling anybody who takes it. If you want to take it, that's totally fine. And that's fine. But for me personally, I don't think you need a vaccine for something that has a 99% survival rate.
Unless you're like a very
If you're
susceptible to it.
got an issue or if you're older or something like that, okay. But almost 90, in 3 weeks, my grandma will be 93 years old. In the last 18 months, she's been around no less than probably 20 households without masks, and absolutely nothing has happened. And several of those households like us actually had it. So here's the thing.
We stayed away from her when we thought we had it.
Yeah, we stayed away when we thought we had it. But if you want to take it, go ahead. But for me personally, I think anything that's not tested, I don't trust it. I don't think it necessarily changes your DNA or anything like that. But it may, I don't know. But anything that's been not tested, I don't trust. And I mean,
well, Tara has a chronic illness as well, and
I have
there
chronic
was some
syndrome
concern about what it might do, being not very well tested to her.
Yeah.
With her chronic illness.
And here's the thing. I find it amazing that yesterday they announced that Colorado is now going to be having some baseball wiggy-diggy thingy coming to Colorado. And surprise, all of a sudden, this whole thing has just gone away to have a massive baseball game. Seriously? So, and I don't know. I'm done with it. I go out now and I don't even wear anything because we've already had it, so I'm good. But I don't know. So it's totally up to you. But I personally am not going to be taking anything, even if it means I can't go anywhere on vacation or anything. I will do that just on the principle of it because I think that's wrong.
I don't think it's going to do anything crazy to you, probably, but I kind of in the mindset of I just assume not. We had COVID already, so am I allowed to say that?
Probably not.
And our doctor did say if we had a chance, he would recommend that we take it. Although he didn't. He told us previously that he didn't think it would be very hard on us, and it wasn't. Because of our health history. Although with Tara, there's some concern about just her chronic fatigue syndrome, fibromyalgia. So I personally don't like the idea that they're trying to compel everyone. We don't have a problem with vaccines in general. Like we're okay with that. And to be honest, some things like if Ellie and I wanted to go back to France, which was something we had hoped to do, and it was required there, then we'd have to decide, is it that important to us to do it? And I'm not necessarily opposed to it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff out there that people are saying that I think isn't really true in the negative. But at the same time, I think for us, for me, it's largely, I don't like the idea that someone is trying to compel you to put you in a position of not being able to choose. And also, as somebody else said earlier, we had it, so I know there are other versions, but we're not super concerned about the effect on us. So.
Well, and we had it, and I mean, it wasn't that bad. And I'm not saying it's not bad for some people. I get that, but so is the flu bad for some people. Heart disease is bad for some people. Diabetes is bad for some people. Okay, here's the thing. I'm just going to do this short little bit. Diabetes kills people all the time. For the type 2 diabetes, that is preventable. But yet, We're still selling sodas. We're still selling cookies. You can't force people not to put food in their mouth. It doesn't make sense. So if you are concerned about it, stay home. If you're concerned about it, wear a mask. That's fine. It's totally understandable if you have concerns. But you don't need to be shutting down the entire country for it. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Ditching the grind. Did the dentist ask if we got it?
No.
The doctor, we told the doctor that we had it. And I didn't know that Tar had already told him. So I brought the paper from the test. But he seemed totally like, oh, yeah, no worries.
Well, and it's the media scaring you. It is the media scaring you. That's all it amounts to. Ellie, Stacia loves your goat milk soap.
And again, I have some friends where the wife had to have this really exotic lung surgery in Southern California where they had to like really open up her lungs and clean a bunch of stuff out of there. And they wanted to go get it. And I think that in that circumstance, it's probably a really good idea, or at least that was recommended to them. So I think it kind of depends on your circumstance. If you're super at risk, maybe you want it.
Well, and
So, I think the fear, though, is the main thing.
it's the fear.
I'm not against it, but I would say if your motivation is terror, then that's not the best motivation. If your motivation is, prudence, and I've heard from other people, they don't have a problem and I'm going to do it. Fine. I mean, that's reasonable. So, but at the same time, I do think that enough people want it that if you say you don't want it, that there should still be enough people that end up with it. And like with us, I do think it's likely that we have some help from our.
Stop watching the news. It is all fear-based. It is absolutely fear-based. It's absolutely ridiculous for something that has a 99% survival rate for the majority of the population for all of this to even have happened at all. But here's why it's happening. Because the Bible says in the end times, in Timothy, people are going to lose their minds. Literally, it says they're going to be lovers of themselves. It says they're going to be lovers of money. It says that they are going to be rude and mean and all this kind of stuff. And that is exactly what's happening. So here's the thing. Stop listening to the news. Have faith that Jesus will take care of you if you're a Christian. And if you're not a Christian, you better come to Jesus because he's coming soon.
Yes.
What if we hear
Something
the trumpet today? You know what I thought was interesting about that for you Christians? We talk about the rapture, and the rapture, for those of you who don't know, we believe that Jesus is in heaven and that God is going to tell him one day, okay, you're going back down to earth and you're going to get the Christians and bring them back. I know it sounds hocus pocus, but the Bible has had prophecy after prophecy come true.
You mean like Israel being reestablished after being gone for 2,000 years?
The only country ever to be reestablished was Israel, and that was predicted in the Bible. But
it was also thought to be hocus pocus.
Exactly. And everybody says, well, my grandma said the rapture's happening soon. Well, that's because grandma saw Israel become a nation, and it was a total shock that Israel became a nation. They didn't think it would ever happen. It was all desert. And I even read books from the late 1800s, early 1900s, and they still call it Palestine because obviously it was Palestine back then. But they didn't expect it to happen. And so the Bible came true. But as Christians, when you think about it, we talk about the rapture and how we think it's going to happen soon and we're all going to be gone and that kind of thing. But can you imagine just sitting here doing the show and then one day you hear this huge trumpet blast? That would be a little strange. I have to admit. And then whoosh, you're gone.
Yep.
When you think about it, but that's just my 2 cents.
There was something I was going to say about something. I can't remember what.
Okay, Debbie asked about psoriasis. I think it was psoriasis. You can use the shampoo bar would be really good for psoriasis, or the unscented goat milk. So
I know.
either one of those would be good.
So I'm sorry to the people that were connected with me on there, but I turned off my Facebook in the first week of January. And I remember thinking, I'm just exasperated with how crazy it is right now. And I kind of thought it'd be great if I could just quit it altogether, but I thought, well, I'll just temporarily turn it off. And I turned it off the first week of January, and I haven't really missed it. And I do, some of the people that I know on there, I was thinking, wow, I was thinking, wow, I wonder how they're doing. And I've had contacted some of them directly, but I realized that the platform itself is a lot more stressful than I thought it was until I was off of it.
Yeah.
So
Keep talking for a minute, please.
yeah. So anyway, that's why I would recommend that. And then also news. What we realized this back in 2001, actually even before that, when I worked in television, that the news really has nothing good to say about anything, and it will be very stressful. It's very stressful to watch it. And at the time I had this debate because I worked in television, and our public affairs director, who was essentially like the long format news guy at the PBS station where I worked, he and I had this kind of discussion that kept going on where he kept saying, you need to watch the news. What if something terrible happens? And I was thinking, well, if something terrible happens, almost everybody I know watches the news and they will tell me. And it was probably 6 months of him trying to get me to watch the news. But then September 11th happened later that year, and immediately someone told me. So I realized it's true. If there's really a crisis that's going to affect that might affect your life in some way, you will hear about it.
Yeah.
So I would recommend not watching news.
Yeah, if there's something important going on, they're gonna let you know. Guys, Ellie got them listed. Ellie got the shampoo bars listed, and then in 2 weeks we're gonna have the shampoo bars with tea tree available also. I forgot to tell you, but it's okay. But that's fine. It's all just fear-mongering. And you know what's so dumb is we keep doing all these get prepared videos. Not for anything specific, but just because people in general are just not prepared. They have debt up to their eyeballs. They have student loans up to their eyeballs. They have car loans up to their eyeballs. They have mortgages they can't afford. And then something like what happened last year happens, and they lose their job. And they completely freak out because they can't pay for anything. You need to be prepared, but you don't need to be scared. But what's so dumb? Our dumb prepping videos do better than anything else. I'm not kidding. I could do a prepping video every day and our channel would go crazy, but we just don't want to be prepping.
But it is nice, at least
video.
The ones that I haven't seen all the ones that Tara's done because we kind of both work on sometimes different things, but I've seen a lot of them. And I think it's cool how if you actually watch the video, it's not really a scare perspective. It's more of a just be ready perspective.
Yeah,
and
it's more be ready.
For us, it's largely because we've had a lot of experiences in life where something very unexpected happened. And most of the time we were prepared for that. So
Vanessa wants to know, what kind of shortening do I use in the pie crust? I use whatever shortening I can find. I just get the cheap stuff at Walmart. Maybe Crisco is better. I don't know. I think Mom likes Crisco. I'm not sure. But, that's what I use for and you have to use shortening. I mean, you can use butter, but it's not going to be the same pie crust. And don't freak out that 2 teaspoons of shortening or tablespoon of shortening isn't going to kill you for eating one piece of pie.
So interesting, Courtney. Courtney says, I believe in Jesus. He proves science to be wrong every time. Actually, I appreciate what you're saying, but the truth is...
I think she's meaning like evolution.
Yeah, no, I know. But what I'm saying is he proves incorrect science to be wrong because he created science. And so... Science that's legitimate is perfectly lined up with him. The thing is that some things are called pseudoscience, which is where people either start with a faulty premise or there's no real premise at all and they're just kind of guessing, and then they base their science on that. And a lot of what's called science now, from a scientific perspective, has really no basis. And so I agree with what you're saying, but at the same time, like other people talking about science, I agree with science. I think science is right on. It's just that some people are putting forward things as science.
So
that don't actually
Stacy
have a
asks, why
basis.
does it need to be one or the other? I think she's meaning, why does it have to be Christianity or evolution?
Well,
She couldn't have asked a more loaded question if that's what it means.
no, I think she's meaning Christianity or science. And
Yeah.
I would say science was made by God. So it's absolutely correct. The main thing is some things, like, I'm not criticizing people that believe in evolution. I'm just saying that from a Christian perspective, if you read the Bible, it says that's not how it happened. And so if you're a Christian and you believe that, then you don't necessarily believe all of what Christianity is. But I would say the science behind that is not really, it doesn't have evidence. It's an idea that people came up with because they said, how could we make a way that this happened without God? And so if you look, there's a lot of times where they say, here's a trail of evidence that leads back from now, because we see these things that are that this connects to this, connects to this. But there's a group in there of completely missing elements that are supposed to prove that. And it's interesting because I actually went with the kids with Dave, I think, his class to Museum of Natural History in Denver. And there was this dinosaur skeleton that they said was proof of evolution. But I read the fine print on the little card, and it says no skeleton of this creature has ever been found. So we've constructed it so you can see what it is. But I was thinking, well, if it hasn't been found, how do we know it exists? Because science is based on observation, observing something over and over again and seeing that you get the same result all the time. And then making reasonable
floods.
Well, making reasonable conclusions based on that observation.
So a good example is floods. Everybody says, well, we say the earth is 6,000, give or take, years old. And the science says that it's millions of years old, because that's what the science says for things like the Grand Canyon, for a flood. Well, maybe the science is wrong. Maybe there was a really giant flood, maybe the one that's in the Bible, and all this water rushed down and washed away all this sediment quickly and caused the Grand Canyon. We witnessed it here in Colorado.
It's funny because there's a spot when we had the floods here in 2013, there was a massive gush of water over 2 days. And there's one area on Highway 36 between Lyons and Estes Park where there's an entirely new piece of canyon.
We saw it 2 days, a whole new canyon.
And I was thinking, wow, isn't this amazing what I've always heard a little bit of water over a long, long time, but also a lot of water over a little bit of time can do that. By the way, Cindy was saying something about, where did it go? Not all science is from God. Yeah, well, real science is. But the thing is that some things, science is based on what you can observe and what you can reasonably pull out of what you observe. The problem is, if you have a certain amount of evidence and then you look beyond the evidence, you're extrapolating, and then there's a margin of error. But if you have a couple hundred years of evidence and then you want to try to predict millions of years of history, the margin of error is enormous. So as far as science, I think science is very provable and science is accurate. And it's funny because there are scientific facts in the Bible from the days of Job, which is back in the early, probably, I don't know how old is Job? 2000 BC?
I think so. I can't remember for sure.
And it talks about things like the hydrologic cycle, and that the earth is round and floats on nothing, and that everything that's made is made of things that are unseen. And our science didn't know those things until, well, some of those things in the 15 or 1600s, but a lot of those things not even until the 19th or 20th century. But somehow the Bible describes those things thousands of years back. So I think, so what I'm saying is we don't have any objection to science. And I think if you're against science, that could be a problem. What I think you're against is what's called pseudoscience, which is things that look like science. For instance, like Star Trek. You can watch Star Trek. Star Trek's a great show. Well, some of the Star Treks are a great show. Dave and I and Jack like to watch Star Trek Voyager a lot. And there's a lot of science in Star Trek. It makes sense and you can explain it, but it's not real. And that's kind of the difference between the things that we see that we say, yes, this seems to be true and this doesn't.
Well,
So,
and okay, I'm going to really be stepping on a lot of feet here, but these same people who are saying global warming is science, which is a crock, there are cycles in the weather all the time. It's not global warming. It's just cycling of the earth. And that happens all the time. And even at that, the earth has not warmed so much that we're all going to die in 10 years. But here's the thing, guys. Those same people who believe in that science also believe in the science that it's okay to give girls to be hormones to turn into guys and guys to be given hormones to turn into girls. That is not science.
it might be what people want to do.
It's what people want to do, but that's not science. And so you have to be very careful what you believe. If those scientists are saying those things are okay, it is not okay to be manipulating your body that way. It is not okay to be killing babies inside their moms when they have a beating heart. There is a heartbeat. Those babies can be saved as early as 23 weeks. If they can be saved as early as 23 weeks, why is it okay to still kill them at 39 weeks? It's not. That is not science. It's murder. So you have to think of it that way. And I'm not trying to be a dork, but the problem is you don't go full circle with the science and look at what the facts are. The facts are you can look in your pants and tell whether you're male or female. So if you're trying to change that, that's not science. That's actually evil.
But science is based on observable facts. And Stacy, I see you're asking about climate change and stuff like that. So first of all, it is correct that science is real. It's not correct that what you hear when people say science is real. If you hear it on the news or from politicians and they say, "Oh, are you a science denier if you don't agree with this?" They're not science. They're not showing you science. Like, if you really want to know, like you were saying about the facts, if the facts are coming from the news, those are not facts. Those are people's opinions. And if you look for facts, I wouldn't say that the Earth's temperature does change, but it's part of a natural cycle. Like, and for instance, I saw this thing that was talking about how terrible it is that climate change is likely to make this big ice sheet in Antarctica break off. And they were saying, yeah, it's just a terrible, horrible thing. It might cause a big tidal wave. And this hasn't happened for 10,000 years. And I was thinking, so 10,000 years ago, if the Earth was changing, what was the cause of that? Because I think it's not disputed that the Earth has seasons of change. I just think what causes that change, the facts are not necessarily supporting. The thing is that people have reasons to want to make everyone believe what they say. And it's fine if you believe that, especially if you've looked at facts and you're taking this conclusion from there. But if you're watching the news or hearing it on social media or just hearing people shaming people by saying, "Oh, you're stupid because you don't believe science," the reality is most of those people don't even know what science is. And so that's the thing I was saying is science, on its very basic level, is what can you observe about nature and reality, and then what can you make a reasonable assumption from based on what you observe. But the farther you get away from being able to observe it, the more likely that what you're saying is not accurate.
And
So-
the Bible says in the end times, people will be deceived and they will be blinded, so they won't be able to see the truth. And we see that all the time.
Well,
and so,
But the thing I would say is most people nowadays get their information from the news and the internet. And I would say, if you watch the news, having worked in television for 20 years, news is the absolute worst place to try to find fact. And social media is just as bad, because what it is sometimes facts are what they are. And if we all agree that facts are something different, the facts are still there. So if you really have a heart to know something, it's good to go out yourself and find out what the facts are. It's difficult. It's kind of like about a lot of Bible things. I've had people over the years ask me, well, how do you know this about the Bible? And how do you know that? And how do you know it's translated properly? And every time I would think, wow, how can I verify this? And look for those things and see. And I think it's great for people to do that. But if you hear about it, if you hear about something on the news or on social media, or there was something else I was going to say, somebody's blog post or somebody's conspiracy theory, those are not sources that are going to be putting you in the right direction. So anyway.
if a man who is a scientist has free will and he creates a medication or drug that harms our bodies, could it be from the devil? Well, yeah, it could be. I mean, it could just be that he doesn't know any better, but I mean,
everything evil is from the devil. So
yeah.
Even when people don't mean to do something, but what they do leads to harm for somebody else, that's because of sin and from the devil.
Yeah.
So in that regard, yes, it doesn't necessarily mean that the person is evil. In fact, the Bible says the enemy is not flesh and blood adversaries, but rulers and principalities in the heavenly realms. So that's one thing that's really important to remember too, is to be kind to people. And people don't have to argue. Like now it's like, if you don't agree with somebody, they're going to knife you in the street. I mean, but the reality is we should be able to talk about things where we disagree and look for fact. And at some point, if somebody says, well, I think the facts seem to say this, and I think the facts seem to say that, we can disagree. But facts are facts. So anyway, yes.
And I want to know a fact. Who has the best wife in the whole wide world?
I do.
No hesitation.
Yep.
It wasn't even a slight hesitation.
Yep.
Okay. Yes. And everyone's talking about mom has really bad neuropathy. If you have any neuropathy solutions, she's getting, and that's part of the reason, guys, why we've been.
Bye, ER and Doris and Joshua.
Bye, guys.
See you guys later. Thanks a lot.
We have been very criticized the last couple of weeks since we said we have no retirement and we're 50 about us looking for a bigger house. One of the reasons why we're looking for a bigger house is so that we can have a property where mom has her own house, or if there's a mother-in-law suite or something on our house for mom, because her neuropathy is getting bad enough that she could end up in a wheelchair not too far down the line. So a lot of people have really just slammed us up and down. I mean, they've just been flat out nasty about it. But that's the reason why we're not downsizing, because we're looking for more land, but we're not necessarily looking for a better house, but we need a better organized house. Because if mom can't use her legs and is in a wheelchair and needs help or something, then we're going to have to help her. Or me with my fibromyalgia, I may need something different. So
is it in her feet and legs?
It's in her feet and legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in her feet or feet and legs. So there are a lot of videos on YouTube about ex-atheists and scientists converting to Christianity. Yeah, and a lot of Muslims too. I mean, it's amazing the work God is doing in people. And, Mike's been talking to a gal in India, and it's amazing how people are really starving for the word of
She-
God.
She's just started asking questions, and I didn't push anything, but she's just really burning to know the answers. And it sounds to me like God is talking to her directly.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's coming to me asking questions. So
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool. So
Yeah. It's really amazing what's happening. They don't know the causes of mom's neuropathy. She doesn't have diabetes. And so they don't know why she has neuropathy, huh?
I'm about to lose this computer.
Oh, okay. Our computer is about to die, guys. Please check out our cookbook. Dining on a Dime cookbook's 25% off now. In the description below, gluten-free, new channel, gluten-free recipes, new channel, 5 ingredient recipes, new channel, Mike's ABCs, Ellie's goat milk soap. We've got the shampoo bars listed. There's only 14 in stock right now. So if you want those, the Jasmine, we've only got 3 of each of the gun soaps left. So if you got a mother who loves her Second Amendment rights, get her the gun soap coming up pretty soon.
And I shared the link for, it says check out Ellie's goat milk creams and soaps. That's the place where you can get the soaps, because some people were asking. And if for some reason you missed any of the links that I shared in the comments, you can go to livingonadime.com. Under the videos thing, just click show notes, and all the links that we've shared are there.
And I think it was Shannon, I can't remember for sure. Somebody asked about the charcoal helps with acne. That charcoal soap helps with acne. The black soap is really good for acne.
Music Matt is asking, does Ellie have an Instagram account for her soaps? I don't
No,
think so.
she should.
She's
She
really good
should,
with
but
Instagram too.
But we don't yet. So anyway, all right, guys, please have a good night. Please visit us at livingonadime.com, and we will see you guys next time.
Bye. I'm going to go eat some of that awesome stuff now.